JJ, the CPA is here.
JJ, the CPA here, zippity doo dah day. I am so excited. You probably saw potentially some other posts, but you're hearing it first on my channel, 8:30 a.m., June 17th. I would love it if you would subscribe, because guess what? I'm giving you cutting edge information, and as a CPA, you can trust it more than potentially somebody else that's not. Anyways, here's the deal for the self-employed. There's a new SBA interim final rule set to release, and it indicates the easy way for the Schedule C filer to achieve 100% forgiveness of their PPP loan. I've got the calculation up here. Long story short, you take how you got the loan, that calculation, and it's the same calculation to achieve forgiveness. One thing to note on it is that this would assume that the Schedule C line 31 that you used in the PPP application to borrow the PPP funds is the same as what you did or you're going to file with the IRS. So assuming that the Schedule C line 31 is the actual amount and the line 31 Schedule C is that same amount when you got the loan, you're going to get 100% loan forgiveness. So let's check this out. SBA, this is for Schedule C filers only. Forgiveness for the PPP. Here's how you got the loan. You took Schedule C line 31 divided by 12 months times 2.5. So assuming that line 31 was $24,000 divided by 12 months by the factor of 2.5, you got a $5,000 PPP loan in this example. The PPP forgiveness, basically there's an option 2. It's the 24-week option. 2019 Schedule C line 31 divided by 12 months times 2.5. So assuming that the Schedule C line 31, okay, is the same down at the time that you get the forgiveness, and I don't mean at the same time as in you can just fudge it, it'd have to be what you filed with the IRS or going to, but if that's the same line 31 divided by 12 times 2.5, then your forgiveness would be also $5,000, which in this example is exactly the same as the amount borrowed. Okay, I did a quick update, movie magic here, that let's say that when you got the PPP loan, you did the $24,000, that was an estimated amount. So your loan was $5,000, okay? But let's say that the actual amount of your Schedule C line 31, the $21,000, okay? Well, then the loan forgiveness is $4,375. Okay, so you're going to get full forgiveness to the extent of $4,375, and then you would need to pay back the difference of $625. So let's go to the application. Now, one thing to note is that on this forgiveness application that I'm going to be showing in this example, well, we do need the new one. It's June 17th. We don't have the new forgiveness application. However, I know that there'll most likely be an easy version, but what won't change, in my opinion, is what is on page 3 of the forgiveness application, which is a line 8, 9, 10, and 11. So let's work through the first example that I gave you, which was that the loan was $24,000, line 31 of Schedule C, okay, divided by 12 times 2.5 equals $5,000 for the loan amount, okay? So if the Schedule C line 31 is the same as what's filed actually with the IRS of $24,000 divided by 12 times 2.5, that's a $5,000 forgiveness amount. But let's work through the calculation to make sure, shall we? So on the forgiveness application, again, we need the new one, but based on what we have on page 3 of the existing PPP forgiveness application, as of June 17th, which would be the PPP forgiveness application that came out in May, Line 8 is what are the actual payroll costs? Well, the actual payroll cost for the Schedule C filer is the $5,000. What is the PPP loan? It was $5,000. So what is the payroll cost divisible by 0.60? I have a number of videos. Go to my video list. You'll see a bunch of videos that say 60%, y divided by 60%. Almost irrelevant in this because you'll see why in a second. But if you take that payroll cost, okay, divided by 0.6 or 60%, that's $8,333. No reason to get excited about that figure because line 11, the actual forgiveness amount, that's what's on page 3 of the existing forgiveness application. You take the lesser of these line items. So you take the lesser of line 8, 9, or 10. So the lesser of these is $5,000. Therefore, for this example, 100% full forgiveness is a comp. Look at example 2, where the loan was based on line 31, which was $24,000. In example 2 that I was showing you, that was an estimated amount at the time the PPP loan was granted in essence. So it led to a loan of $5,000. What's the forgiveness? Well, if the actual line 31 is $21,000, as I indicated, then the forgiveness would be $4,375. So again, looking at the PPP forgiveness application that came out in May, because on June 17th, we don't have the new one, line 8 would now be $4,375, okay? Line 9, PPP loan forgiveness, $5,000 is or loan amount was $5,000. If we take line 10 payroll costs, so we take $4,375 divided by 0.6, that's $7,292, okay? And really at this point, you don't, if that 0.6 doesn't make sense to you, go check out my other videos, but quite frankly, it doesn't really matter because line 11 is the lesser of these three. Well, the lesser of this in example 2 is $4,375. So the difference to pay back would be $625. If you are wondering though, if your line 8 of payroll cost, okay, well, doesn't that include rent and utilities and interest? Okay, well, if you're taking the 24-week option, this is the option for it, right? So it's actually not times 24 anywhere. If you're doing what's called the 24-week option, it's simply that, okay? So $4,375 would be the amount of forgiveness, and you would pay back the difference. All right, hey, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. Really appreciate it. Here's the calculation. Such great news in this SBA latest interim final rule set to publish. All right, hey, have a great day, and then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. All right, hey, have a great day.